Okay, we're good. Welcome to the JP Show. Next episode of the JP Show. Thanks for joining on the podcast. Be sure to click like on our link and subscribe. Share it with some of your friends and definitely get involved in the comments and let us know what you think. So on this podcast, JP and I, we talk about basketball. We talk about NBA, past and present, all kind of topics, right, JP?
Yeah, that's right. Tune into the past episodes that we've made. We made two of them so far. We're on our third, and I can't wait to get this one started.
Sound good. So JP, you mentioned to me that you wanted to talk a little bit this week about some players in the NBA and some make or break seasons. There's some players that this season could be some impact, so it has some impact into what the rest of their career is. It's kind of like they're at a crossroads. So I want to ask you a little bit about that and kind of what you think about those players, what might happen, and your thoughts. So let's talk about some of them. You mentioned Russ Westbrook. So what do you think with Russ this year? Why is it a make or break season? What do you think is going to happen?
This year and last year, he and the Lakers in general have been on the hot seat. Like their struggles this for 2022 and 2023, it's been a major headline because they had high expectations of being a quote super team, and and Russ wasn't a really good fit for this Lakers squad. So the reason why it's make or break season for Russ is it's it's because his play. He what what many people want him to do and what he probably needs to do is to accept accept or adapt to a minor role. And I think he's trying to do that right now. So, so if he can manage to be able to play off the bench or be able to play off of LeBron AD, the Lakers might be able to bounce back.
So when you say a minor role, what do you think would be a minor? Like, do you think he should play, should he come off the bench? Should he be someone that just completely defers to the other players on the team, or should he? Do you think he should actually come off the bench?
I I think he should probably come off the bench, and I think it should be more of a facilitator and less of a guy that wants to be the guy on the team because he's not.
He's not that guy.
Nope, not anymore.
Hmm. So that's interesting. So I think that's definitely a route that he could go as far as for success with the Lakers. What if he was on another team? Do you think there's another team maybe where he could be a fit as his own player, where he is more ball dominant and as far as the offense running through him?
I mean, we've kind of seen it with the Wizards or a bit with the Rockets,
Yeah.
but but I as as great as Russ is, I don't know if his style of play can benefit his entire team or make his entire team better.
Okay. It's a good call. Good thoughts there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what LA does in general. I mean, we talked about Anthony Davis a bit before, LeBron, and they're struggling. But it'll be interesting to see in general what they do.
Yeah. So I I hope that they bounce back, and I hope that I'm wrong and Russ can bounce back, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen.
Yeah, true. We'll see. We'll have to come back to that in a later episode and kind of see where they're at. So what about another player? What about Ben Simmons? I mean, you talked about him a little bit with me this week. Is this a make or break year for him? I know we've seen him over the last couple of years. What do you think would happen with him this year and what should be the approach?
I don't want to talk about it too much since ESPN's already doing it for me. But but the the thing it the thing with Ben Simmons is that on paper, that's exactly what the Nets need. They don't need
Yeah.
they don't need another scorer like James Harden. They need what he is. He is a facilitator and a defender, and and when the trade initially happened, that's why we both thought the Nets won the trade, because he would be a good fit.
Right.
But the thing is that everybody's been criticizing him for is his lack of is that now looking back at it, it doesn't make sense to me why the Nets would trade for him, because he hadn't shown much development since his rookie year in terms of offense and a bit of his defense. And he, and we saw the 2021 playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He got exposed.
Yeah. So, I mean, but if he was on a team where he had shooters all around him and he didn't need to be a shooter or a scorer like that, and he could just facilitate and play strong
Yeah.
defense, do you think there could be a potential fit for him?
On the court, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that would depend. But that will also depend on on the chemistry in the locker room as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and that team in general, you also have the whole Kyrie situation there, and I think it'll be hard for them to develop that chemistry when they're not really knowing whether Kyrie's going to play or not and what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, the Nets have been a large headline for the past 3 years. At this
True.
point, it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah. No, good points. Good points. So another team that's been definitely in the headlines, they're the reigning champs. That's the Warriors. So with the Warriors, do you think
Yep.
it's a make or break year for Draymond right now? What do you think?
For Draymond, I think the Warriors do want to keep Draymond, and Draymond does want to stay there. It's just that they need to. Draymond also needs to kind of play a minor role, not necessarily coming off the bench, but kind of accepting a smaller role and letting the younger guys develop.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to talk about the whole Jordan Poole situation, but and Dray and Draymond doesn't have much to prove to the Warriors in terms of accomplishments, since they just won
Right.
the championship. They're fourth.
Yeah. That's my thing is I don't think it's a make or break year for him because he's already
Not
made
much.
his career for that team as far as everything he's given that team. Even if he was to retire right now, his legacy to me is already secured for the player that he is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Any other players you think might be make or break?
I think Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert as well.
Mm-hmm.
They have both of them got traded to new teams, and both have a lot to prove on their respective teams. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs to me are a sleeper team to come out of the East.
Okay.
They might not do it, but we can't count them out yet.
Okay.
Last year they had 3 All-Stars, and Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Jared Allen, and all 3 of them are now on the same team. But we can't count this team out yet because of the talent that they have and the way they'll fit.
Mm-hmm.
But with Rudy Gobert and the Timberwolves, I'm not exactly sure yet, because I don't, as much as I like Rudy Gobert, I just don't think he can make an entire team better like other stars can. And
Yeah,
that's
he's not
why
that front.
that's
Yeah.
why I wasn't a huge fan of the Timberwolves Rudy Gobert trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'd agree with that. He's not the superstar type of player. He's more of a complimentary player. He has a great skill set and can, fill out a team, but he's not going to be the man for a team like that.
He's kind of like Draymond. He can make an already good team better. He can elevate a good team, but he can't